Hello everybody, welcome to the fourth week of second semester and hopefully the last two screencasts that I'll be doing for you. Today is January 27th and we're going to talk about the next step of major paper 3, which is conducting interviews. You want to make sure that you have make appointments with people who you're going to conduct interviews with during this week and next week, and then by Valentine's Day, February 14th, you want to make sure that you have your interviews recorded. So there's a couple things. First, you're going to be getting this handout right here. It's also on Schoology. You will see that there's 3 parts that you'll need to do. You have been working on this, getting as much information about your topic as you possibly can, going in the library, talking to people, asking questions, thinking of what kind of notes and things like that you need to have so that you have as much information as possible. The second step is that you want to arrange interviews with your subjects from the step 1 that you've decided on. So what you want to make sure that you do is you want to be able to make sure that your students or that your interview subjects know exactly when it is that you are coming in, especially if they're people like Dr. Prickett or Dr. McTagg, the school superintendent. If they're people who are in an important position, you want to make sure you call them or email them or stop in to see them personally and arrange for an interview. Don't show up expecting that you're going to have an interview right that day. You'll have to make an appointment with these people and make sure that you're writing a professional email. Dear Dr. Prickett, please would you be willing to have an interview with me? It will take about 10 minutes. I have these days or these periods off during the day when I would be able to meet with you. Please reply back as soon as possible so I can work it into my schedule. Be very professional when you're emailing these people. And if you want to make sure that your email that you're sending is accurate, share it with a couple different people to see what they think about it before you send it out. All right, when you go, you want to make sure that you take your camera, your phone, or a digital camera to take still photographs while you're doing that, while the person is being recorded on a voice recorder. Make sure that when you're holding your phone, you're holding it horizontally. That is this way, the long way, not vertically like this. Remember, your phone should look like the screen of a television, and no television is vertical. They're all horizontal. So make sure you're holding your phone horizontally when you're recording that. When you're done recording those interviews, you're going to summarize what you've learned in a brief report that you're going to be turning in to me on February 14th. And at that point, we'll talk about how to turn those reports, I guess, into an actual story. So by brief report, I mean like one paragraph, maybe for each interview, summarizing what was said in the interview and what was important about it. It could even just be notes. I want to see what it is that you have and what happened. Don't erase, misplace, or otherwise destroy your video or audio recording, because you're going to need that for the next step of the paper, which is putting together the paper and also putting together your first steps of your documentary. Okay, the other thing that I want to talk to you about today is this sheet right here. It is about how to conduct interviews. This will be handed to you as well. This gives you some examples of things that you should do ahead of time in order to conduct those interviews. And then we will be working with that on how to make a documentary. This link is active on your Schoology page. You'll see that there's a link there. And there's a bunch of different, I guess, videos about how to interview people for making a documentary. Okay, so what you're going to be doing now, once you're done listening to this, is getting together in groups and discussing what your potential questions are, setting up appointments, sending out emails to people, making sure that you have one person that you're interviewing that supports each claim you're making, and then make sure that you have someone who can support a counterclaim or the opposite viewpoint of what you're doing. And then the other thing is this To My One Love, page 17 in 50 essays. You're going to do a little quiz on that on Wednesday. So make sure that you have that for your homework. Okay, great. One more screencast, hopefully. And then I'm hoping that I will be back in school on Wednesday.